Good morning to you all. This is DB Prakash here, Director. So one thing, first I request you all to keep your, all the mics on mute, okay? Because any sort of disturbance, background disturbance, it will, disturb the meeting. So that's the reason I request you all to keep your mics on mute. In case any, if you want to talk at that time, I will ask you, you can open the, unmute it and talk, and again you keep it as mute. Okay. So I request you all to keep the mics on mute. Okay. Now, what is a skill set required for accounts and finance jobs? We have the various jobs. If you're talking the accounts and finance part, there are various jobs, as we have been mentioning, from housewives, retired persons from 21 years to 60 years people, like in a industrialist, like in case of the professionals, everybody who wants to go for foreign jobs. It is accounting jobs are throughout the worldwide. We have seen whatever the developments have come up in this accounting side. We know what are the various jobs. You also hear about the people have been drawing, very good salaries, not only in India, in case of the foreign countries, how they have come up. What are the skill set required? See, one thing I wanted to tell you, if you look into what is, first of all, what is importance of accountancy, accounting subject. You know, engineers, if you see that Osmania engineers, they have a engineering subject, so they have accountancy also, like a bank reconciliation about the, under the fundamentals of accounting. Like if you go back to 60s, the engineers had a subject called as a bookkeeping and accountancy. So they had the subject. Why? Engineers were having the accountancy subject. Can tell me? Somebody can open up the mic and tell me, because it's a very, very important one. You may not be knowing, because we know in 60s, if you ask your seniors, they they had accountancy subject in their engineering. Why? Somebody can open up the mic and can talk. Tell me, anybody? Okay. So why mean to say, suppose engineer is suppose in case of the factory, he is running of a company. It is a technical engineering company. He knows, so company mean to say, first thing is the administration, other thing is the technical manufacturing and all. Engineer knows the manufacturing and all, so he'll be taking care of. But at the same time, you should know about the accounts and administration. That's the reason they should know how to, financial calculations, how to market my, so am I making profit or a loss? So he should also know about the awareness about the accounts and finance. That's the reason engineers, they have they were having the accountants. Okay, so what I'm still also, in case of your, I've seen Osmania University engineering BTech students, they have accountancy, part of accountancy subject. And also, what I'm trying to say that uh, skill. What do you understand by a skill? He said that, I mean, Arey, he has got very good skills. He is able to make the money. Unlike us, he has got special skills. Are we not talking about it? You tell me. There are the special skills. We talk about we talk about special skills like everybody talks about your communication skills. I was mentioning about the communication skills the other day. What I mean to say that communication is not only speaking skills. What is communication? You have to communicate how to other person should know if you are standing in front of him. You say that he can understand you are saying something, you are conveying him some message to him. If you are smiling at him, he says that, okay, he is inviting me to speak and he wanted me to be friendly with him. That's the reason. See, because what I've seen mostly in case of many, I've seen it in US also. So the people, when they come in their body language without any, they're very comfortable in speaking, so that we feel so happy to speak to them and they convey it. That's the reason that is a very good gestures, and showing the body language is your communication. I mean, this oral communication, body, all these things are making you making them comfortable communicating with them. With that, if he's a salesman, he can sell the product. If he's a other person, you are a suppose a accountant. If you go to that, I mean, like a bank manager for a loan, you should be able to communicate to him. Be comfortable. He finds you with your communication. He said that, "Arey, he is appeared to be a good gentleman. I think I should do something." He will also respond to you. If you are going in a hasty way, he said, "No, no, no, I wanted to have the bank loan. You give me, I have brought all the documents and all like this thing." Immediately he get annoyed or agitated. The bank manager said, "Sorry, sir, I will speak to you afterwards. You go away." You should also know the skills. You said that how to go to the bank manager, how to have a interaction, how to start the meeting, isn't it? Easy one. So those are all the skills. What time I should go? It's all the skills to handle him. Handle, it is a manpower handling or human handling. That's the reason. What I mean to say, that is also is called as a skill. So what I'm again for accounts, jobs part of it accounts, we have qualifications fine. Accountancy is the only one subject. We have various jobs throughout the worldwide. If we are talking about the industries have come up. If we are talking about the technology, growing of the technology, when we were there in 70s, there were no computers. We used to do the manual accounts maintenance. But the thing is, so at that time, what happened? Okay, we used to have only, if it's a big company also, they were maintaining accounts department, various purchase accounting, sales accounting, like a various departments they had it, and then they were maintaining the accounts, manually with so much of manpower. After the computers have come, manpower has come down, but at the same time, accountants demand has kind of mean to say the business growth has gone up. So many businesses have come up. That's the reason here. What I mean to say, wherever any uh, simultaneously technological development, business development, automatically so never there is you know uh, demand has not gone down. Demand is still there. That's the reason. But now, when the demand is there, but the technological changes are there, it is also asking for certain skills and improvements in a person. These skills, what of it is say that accountant, you will be certain things I wanted to say in the accounts is only your qualification or something. Apart from qualification, other things also are required. What is that? I will tell you who have entered into, if you go back to, it was in 78. It was in 78. There was a one person was staying, he was in this neighbor. I was asking you, what are you meant to say, sir? I'm a company secretary. He was company secretary. He was a handling, was a senior person. He was a company secretary. He was doing a secretarial job of a one big sugar factory. It was in Rajbhavan Road. I don't want to mention the company name because it is an open, you know, forum. So he said, sir, what are you basically? I'm a BSc. BSc person is doing, he said, you are doing, you said that you were a company secretary. You were a BSc man. Have you done any company secretary course at that time? Said, no, 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 I have not done it. He said, what a, I mean, he acquired the skills. How he acquired the skills? He said that I was in a Rotary Club. Actually, my friend was a company secretary when and I was doing the business. So I used to go to my friend and he was a company secretary. I used to sit with him. I used to observe what is the work he is doing, making the resolutions, calling for the board meeting and annually the return filing it. Those are all the charges and other. These are all the things what I observed it that those skills, whatever the observation, which is helping me now because I lost in my business and then I have to go for a job. Then I got a luckily there was a company secretarial job. I said that okay, I know that so he could handle that job. Which job? Company secretarial job. You tell me the skill, whatever the observations or the skill are, it has helped him. Isn't it? Again, I'll tell you, there is a, do you know, there was a, because now those are all like seniors in 70s and 80s, because we used to hear about the people. There was a person, Basant C. Raj. He told in some company meetings also what about his background. He's from Chennai. What he was mentioning, he was up to the age of 35, he was a history lecturer. He was a history lecturer. Then what happened? He found that no, nothing is there in my history teaching. Uh, my interesting. This is in finance. Financial management has got a. It is a good subject. I think it is an interesting one. Why not I go to that financial management? Then what I learned, he left his job. He went to Okay, he went to Harvard University, has done his diploma in business administration. After that he came back, administrative staff college. He was a professor. He used to teach for the company, corporates, CMDs, MDs, top executives of the corporate. He was teaching financial management. He was a top financial management person in that time. You tell me what happened? So those are all the skills, whatever there in some persons, because he wanted in a professional skills like he learned it and then he could go, isn't it? So these are all what I'm trying to say that those are all the skills, any sort of a thing related to our jobs. We have to be very, very, very specific. What are the skills I have to acquire? As you said, first, the personal skills part of it, as I already said, you as an accountant, you have to require first thing. These skills, what I am talking about, if you want to go into the career ladder, we are not talking about the small jobs in accountancy. They say that somebody was saying, you see, at that time, because now in the bankers, everybody is called as a executive, they got that. At that time, they would say that, no, no, I am only an assistant accountant. I will help my officer. The officer has to take care of in case of any sort of a problem. So I'll do my job and go away. Assistant was not, he was doing only the lower end job. He used to make the entries and go away. The After that, the officer has to stay back in the night and has to check up, value the tally, the cash and the other transactions and has to go away. We are talking about if you are going into management cadre, if you want to go into higher levels, what you need to know. That's the reason personal skill. Before that, what are the jobs do we have in accounts and finance? We talk about all the sectors. Accounts and finance paper, they have the what we talk about now, MNC companies. Yes or no? MNC company jobs, multinational companies. These multinational companies, they have been working, they have got the offices in throughout in all the countries worldwide they have. What happened when their volume of transactions also are more? Volume of transactions also are more. They wanted the accounting jobs. I wanted to just explain what we were doing, what they are doing it. At the time, we used to, as an accountant, meant to say they have to take care of all the accounting work. Meant to say you were general ledger, sundry debtors, sundry creditors, cash book, making the trial balances, balance sheets, everything like this. But now in the MNC company, they have so much of volume of they have to handle the big. There may be certain consultancy companies, they will be handling the transactions of all the companies. That's the reason what they have done. They have now they have now divided. These are all the what we were doing it. Now they have divided these jobs like what I was doing. I tell na everything. Now they have called it as a verticals. Am I correct? What are the verticals? I say that in a sales because you say that somebody will be there has to handle. I'll give you 400 accounts, 400 customers. You have to take care of. One person is called as a accounts processor, AR, accounts receivable, meant to say sundry debtors. For a sundry debtors part of it, for a 500, only a single person will handle. Morning to evening, what are the sales bills? What is the sales retained returns? Each party has you paid the money or not? So they will be maintaining only. Will be maintaining only sundry debtors accounts. It is called one vertical. Again, other person in MNC company, he'll be given, I'll give you, you are called as accounts processor, AP, accounts payable. You will handle only accounts payable, sundry creditors. Other person is general ledger. Other person is MIS reports. Other person is finalized. So like that, whatever the jobs they have now divided it. You see, mean to say that what we were doing now, those people are doing, but divided the work is divided it. But only the thing is that if you are thorough in the full-fledged accounts mean to say cash, general ledger, sundry debtors, sundry creditors, and registers and trial balance and everything, then you can suit for any vertical, any sort of a job in a MNC company. Okay, that's a reason. If we are a that are the skills like our what we have been training you like our practical accounting with these things. Some companies they have been like a taxation also. Somebody is called as a GST side, income tax, all these vertical. So you'll be able to match for all the verticals. We'll talk about the taxation also afterwards. Like a MNC company, I'm just explaining to MNC company mean to say that they have got it is as a verticals. But if we have the skills, if we acquire, our course is called as a skill development course. So in this, if you have you can suit to any MNC job, MNC company job. Okay, now we are coming. Say MNC company job. What are the skills again? Let's say because you have to interact with so many other country, other country people, other company account. That is a you need to have a good English communication. English communication. Sometime back, sometime back, somebody from HSBC company said that I want a person who knows Japanese. I want a person who knows. So there are they will also ask for that in the accounting sense, sir. We want to have a person who knows that language, because certain times they may require those knowledge also exposure. Acha. So here basic thing is that mostly every country they are now going for through English only. That's the reason they need to have English communication, and also English communication because you have to speak on the phones, have to also send the messages. You need to have oral and written English communication. As I told you, because there you need to have a good body language, good, you need interacting many people, so have to interacting with the seniors and the foreign country people. You need to have a good oral and the English communication, and also you need to have a, these companies are nowadays everybody, it is a normal scale, it is called as Excel, isn't it? Excel means because as an accountant, you need to have the draw the tables, columns, maintain the send the information, MIS reports and all. Like you need to have that is a basic skill about your what you need Excel. So now I request all everybody who wants to go into accounts and careers. Actually, top executives of the companies also they are very comfortable in Excel and MS Office. Why? So Excel part of it immediately how to send your information reports. Have to draw the columns, tables, and send it. Next is your MS Office. How to send the writing the letters, sending the communications, email, all the communication systems, all the communication system, you should be quite convergent, efficient in all those things part of it now. What you called as a digital part, you should be able to have those things also. Like you are, they're not asking about your Photoshop or something. But as an accountant, you need to have Excel and then MS Office and convergence with the emails, sending the bulk emails or other, and also other apps and other things required for accounts and finance. You should do, you should have that awareness about it. This will help you fetch your, first of all, oral and written English communication, Excel part of it, MS Office and other things, other, communication like your mails and other sending the mails and other part, the communication ways. You should be convergent. Next, again, we are coming back to certain companies are there. We are talking about certain companies, financial, Franklin Templeton and other like financial companies, they are asking for your financial exposure means have to be good in accounts and financial analysis. They call it as a financial analyst. Mean to say what is that analyst? Analyst is a good job, and here you should have the thorough understanding of the accounts, balance sheet part of it, isn't it how to take a working capital, which has a, make go for a cash flow, funds flow statement, deep into the analyzing the health of the organization. For that, they have to, because they have been, you have to uh, uh, help the top management with your analysis reports. That mean to say that you need to have it. Whatever course you do, you have to go deep into higher levels that will help you. It's not only for MNC companies and other companies also. What we talk about these MNC companies and other, this is the, once you have these sort of skills, you can go to any sort of a company. Next, coming back to industrial organizations. Industrial organizations, manufacturing companies. Hyderabad, there are so many manufacturing companies. Chellapalli Industrial Estate, Jidimetla Industrial Estate, Balanagar, they're all industrial bulk, bulk drug company, like all these companies. Those are all local companies. Yes or no? What are the skills required for that? Those bulk companies are this thing they're asking for. You say that because he's a local, they're not. He said, "Sir, I'm not having very good communication in English, but he has got he is able to manage." He said that okay, fine. So they're not paying much of importance for your English communication skills. He said that whatever they've written, they are they compromise with your you know not having good in English skills, but otherwise what they wanted. How good are you in accounts? How good are you in accounts finance? If you are able to do my job, bank bank job accounts, he should be able to uh, daily daily handling about the accounts. Mean to say what you need to have a tally softwares are there, tally, focus, wings, speech tree, either all those things. If you know all those softwares, there may be they're using so many softwares. So he said that whatever the accounting software they have, if you are able to handle those things. But here I wanted to show the skills about your computerized accounting. Just I want to tell you. So here, sir, should I learn? You are talking about your computer software. Somebody in a company, they have one company has got somebody was mentioning, I got a focus software, sir, is now. Some company has got a tally software, sir. Some company has got a now iCloud also, there are transactions are passed through and they have been maintaining a higher end software in accountancy like a peach tree or somebody says that I have a balance. So you say that, should I learn all the packages? No, it's not at all required. Here I have to, because all of you, please understand, we have the soaps, Hamam, Sinta, Lux, Dove, like all those soaps are there. Do we use all the soaps? We are using only one soap like that. The softwares, there may be many. That's all. Any software, the person's convenient or he's he finds it whatever is comfortable he can take of that. But all these softwares, accounting software, they are for accounting. All my students, I want to tell all my students, please, I request somebody has opened the mic, please don't open the mics. So that's the reason what I'm trying to say that all accounting softwares are accounts only. Whatever we were maintaining manually, those are all on a now on a computers. If you take all the softwares, they have got a debit voucher, credit voucher, cash book, isn't it? All this general ledgers, sundry debtors ledger, credit, everything, it is a user-friendly software. User-friendly software. That's a reason. So what I'm trying to say that if you take out all the softwares, accounting software, it is all on accounts only, whatever you have maintained. So that's the reason in our course, whatever you learned, starting with the voucher, all the transactions are taking place. Debit voucher, okay, the receipts, and then the cash book, how the this all contra entries, and then how to pass what is a journal, everything which you maintained it and made the trial balances and everything. That's the same things are on software computer. Once you are thorough with these things, you can directly go onto that software and you will come to know, yes, I have to make a transaction. I have to go to debit voucher. Debit voucher, am I making cash at a bank? I'm making a bank. I need a bank debit voucher. Am I correct? The transaction. What you made the transaction? You see everything. So this, whatever you have maintained, all these books, they are on the computer, all the forms and everything. Every all the software, there are. So that's the reason the people are getting confused. without their directly going into computers. They are finding it because they have not seen the debit vouchers, credit vouchers, and other things. How the transactions in their degree level. So when they see these new documents, they get confused. That's a reason. Once you are thoroughly making that practically all the accounts, all the documents, the same things are fine. Any software you take. Okay, so that's a reason. What happens like once you are a thorough with the accountancy, if you are doing with a starting with the voucher up to the trial balances, balance sheets, everything like, then you are a comfortable. That's the reason you can work on any accounting software. So if you are going into a manufacturing company, but MNC companies, MNC companies also, once you were a thorough with the practically with all these things, MNC companies, because they've got a very big, companies are larger size and operating in other countries, and so they have their own accounting software. Once they will ask you, do you know the accountancy? Then they say that they will train you in their software is only for a week or this thing, and then they take, isn't it? So that's the reason. But in case of the other companies, if you're talking about industrially, this is a local manufacturing company. They use the software. It is a ready-made software. They call it as a Tally, Focus, or a Wix. They come and it is called as a customized software. When they have the software, I'm an accountant. Yes, I know all the this thing. I can do it. So the company man is say that if you know all the accounts, they are taking them and training them also. And taking them only to see one thing is that if you are going into a company, you don't become a general manager directly. There will be assistant general manager, deputy general manager, and general. So like that, if you are joining if a new software, they will also see that for 3 4 days or please be comfortable. They will just give you that awareness, or you will be able to handle. So that's the reason you don't have to go learn all the software, all the accounting software. Your one software is enough. Okay, but you should have a good practical exposure. So industrial organization, they won't look for your English communication or other things, but you need to have a good accounting, practical accounting background, and you should also know about he says that I will make you as a chief accountant. You should also take care of my GST. Yes, you know all the because you have been maintaining all the books. So now whatever the sales are there, purchases are there. So now you file your GST returns also monthly paying. So I should know about the GST also. Then what I need, then you say that you should also know income tax. Is my chartered accountant is there? You should be able to have to pay advance income tax. How much advance income tax I have to pay? When I have to pay? You should know as an accountant when you have to pay. Like a corporate company, they have to pay 4 times: June, September, December, and March. And like so now you should also advise us. And when I have to pay advance income tax, meant to say how much I have a periodical first quarter, how much is my company's profit, or all those things I should know. That's the reason you should have a income tax exposure. You should also have a like a you say that you may be I'm not having a you are for a small manufacturing company. You should only take care of the payroll, salary, some assistant they give. You have to maintain the employees. I was in a company. I told you I was in Python pants and it was in the 80. I used to maintain the payroll register for a 200 people, like a workers 200 and 40, the staff. I used to maintain like we have to. So like accounting, because it is also called a payroll accounting, financial accounting. That's that. So that's a reason you need to have a manufacturing company. Your role is bigger. Your role is bigger, responsibility is bigger. They pay you salaries also, very high salaries. And then you should have that is your financial accounting and then the GST, income tax payroll. If you are all these skills, you should have it. And the same thing, like you should have the Excel and then MS Office. And those are all that. So that's the reason nowadays there are the companies. Here are the companies. They have a BCom person. They are handling. They are now called as a chief accounts officer and handling in a big company the transactions also. Okay, so here again, I want to like you are okay, BCom, MCom, MBAs, other. I talked about a non-commerce also. Actually, now accounting, when the accounting is also, I'm talking about a software I told. So now everybody is saying that, sir, now I need, because we get so many messages like in Just Dial and SAP accounting. SAP accounting. Yes, you are all interested to know, should I go for SAP accounting? Are Oracle financials? Are PeopleSoft? What are these? These customized softwares, they are locally for a company, they have been handling. I'm talking about big companies like a Walmart or other, big companies, they have their chain link of stores throughout the worldwide in all the countries. Those persons, those companies, they have bigger companies in a very big companies in India also, they are now using the SAP software, fine. But in the SAP, because it is a, everybody is now for SAP, but the awareness part of it, SAP is learned, SAP software is learned, joining, engineer is joining for SAP jobs. BCom person is also joining for SAP. But as a BCom person, what I should know, how far I have to use this software, they have got a lot of confusion. Our people have been working on SAP, our course who have done, and then they have been. See, SAP is it is also a software. Which software? Financial account. There are so many divisions model. Marketing software, SAP marketing software, production software, sales software. Okay, my sales and marketing. And then they got a financial accounting software. They use it. So it's not SAP is not only for only financial accounting. They have so many divisions like it. Somebody, one company, because I know where our people have implemented. So it is for a marketing part of it. They can get a, because I'm sitting in Hyderabad, I wanted to throughout, like in Japan, like in America, London, I mean, like your Chicago, London, in all these thing, in all the countries, we have the businesses. So the financial part of it, whatever the transactions are taking place, I can send the accounting information to them. They can also send. That's the reason it is interlinked with the worldwide financial transactions. That's a reason higher in software. It is also cost wise very high cost, high end, high cost software. Only with the companies, very big companies, they go for that software. And what I mean to say, some people, either banks and all, like they are also called as a SAP consultant. SAP consultant is a software job. So the people who learn that SAP software, then they are trained. Tomorrow, if you want to make any, if you go to bankers, they wanted a software. Is my the people are making the payments? It is going to other department. All the I wanted to have internal software for my company on SAP, so they can make that software. Like in accounting, making the software, what they call it as a developer. That is SAP consultant software job. It is for only engineers who are having a engineering computer application software, those jobs. And what I need, because when they have already made the software, I should know how to operate the software. You are making a tally and other. whatever the Tally software is made by software professionals, but I'm only using the application, I mean, using the software for my accounting. That's a reason what we need to know as an accountant. If the SAP software is there, I want to take care of my accounts. Mean to say that I have to know that SAP account as SAP end user. I am the user of the software. I am using it for my own company to make the transaction. So that's like your Tally and other, but it is a international software. They got a different features. For your kind information, what you are talking about in our practical accounting heads of accounts, which we have already supplied it to you, that is there in your SAP software chart of accounts, which we done it in 1993 itself. That way, that is a reason. That is also for whom anything, any accounting, first you should be a thorough practical accountant with all these things. Okay. Then the thing is that you will be like a, you can handle SAP accounting, soft SAP accounting, also the skills. So that's the reason you have to, before you go to a job, have to study the job nature. I will tell you because it is out of my this thing. I'll tell you how you have to prepare for the skills. It is a practical. I don't want to make our own person. He was a he was in a company. He wanted to join one big top 10 companies of India. Okay, it's a very professional company. He was watching. I wanted to go to that company. I'll be, how to go. So he attended interview, failed. Second time he attended interview, he failed. Third time he said that how to enter into a company. Then he decided he was waiting for the advertisement. This advertisement came. Advertisement came, asked for the person who is in charge for who can take care of our company product so they mentioned about the nature of the job. You should sell this product with these technical features. When I want to sell that product, I should know about the product. What are the in-depth? How this technicality? That's a reason. He spent 1 month. He told me he spent 1 month in the library. He just studied that product part of it, A to Z. He became so confident in the product. Any features of the product, they can pose any question. I'm confident enough. I'm able to answer. That's a reason he went confidently to the interview. Then he sat in the interview. He posed, and then their interview board was happy. They selected him. He now retired as a director of that company, very big company. Okay, that's a, so you tell me the skill part of it, whatever that. So that's a reason. Before you have to have general skills, whatever it took. But before you taking up any job or this thing, first you study what is the size of the company, what sort of transactions there may be having it. You should know. If you have a, you try to, you browse in the Google, everything is there. You browse the company part of it. Ask your seniors, isn't it? That's it. Industrial and SAP accounting. I told you. Next thing, what I'm trying to talk about it is for a housewives, your jobs are skills. As I told you, housewives are preferred for accounting jobs mostly. It is an industrial organization. It is a MNC company. If it is a hospital, if it is a trading firm, insurance company, what not. These are all called as a back-end jobs or indoor jobs. Am I correct? They wanted to have a person who can give the information. That's the reason mostly housewives are, like your, isn't it? At any age, they they are required for all the companies, irrespective of the age. Manufacturing companies also say that because what we wanted to They have to handle that. They want to look for a, younger, and until unless any specific reason is there. Otherwise, they won't object for any age. That's the reason, they've got a housewives, they got a jobs for all everywhere. And housewives, I'll tell you one more our person. They can also sit at home and do the accounting jobs. What are the skills they require? Same skills our course, whatever your accounting part of it, and then your computer, Excel, either you have MS Office or this is general, and then the taxation, GST. So whatever person is doing, you have a jobs in a work from home. It is a work from home for companies. Work from home, individual practice at home. How gents and other, the people, if you have gained experience in accounts after working in a companies or after working with a chartered account. I see one thing the other day, somebody was also saying that you work with a chartered accountants and that you learn more skills, taxation skills, general, GST, income tax, and then, again the accounting, finalization, balance sheets, corporate balance sheet. If there are any problems, how to go to the court. These are all how there are appeal cases or a certain thing. How you have to apply for a registration. Somebody is nowadays they're charging 2,000 rupees for GST filing monthly. Is my own friends because I am also from that background. They are saying that, sir, we charge now. How many returns are there? GST part of it is only, so they have been. If we have tell me, if we have 50 clients, 50 into 2,000 rupees, is it not 1 lakh? They have been doing. So there is one person, our student from Kakinada. She looked, so she is now sitting at home. Small companies, they have been handling the accounting and GST jobs, and she's making good money. That's the reason you need to have this skill. You have to apply what sort of a job I wanted. So that's the reason. It's not only that jobs, and retired persons like bank officers and other, they have also joined because they can also work in the company. In the bank, there was a different accounting. So here in the commercial accounting, they can go for the banks, and for a company wants a loan or something. He's a bank man, already knows banking formalities and the procedures. He can represent the company better and get the loans and all. That's the reason retired people. It's not only the job. Again, we are coming back to jobs with the taxation practitioners, income tax practitioner, GST practitioner, GST consultant, income tax consultant, payroll consultant, isn't it? Management consultant, accounts consultant. These are all the consultancy jobs are at this stage. You get the jobs with the CAs, chartered accountants, cost accountants, company secretaries, isn't it? So these are also, they are also asking for the commerce people, commerce and management people for their companies. There are the certain, if we are very good skills, there also the CS, they have been there like for the consultants for the companies. They wanted any, bank finances, or they wanted to have a capital. They have to get from the people like a share, how to go for an open public issue. Those are all the things. These are all the CAs, big CA firms. They are using your skills to get it. So that's a reason we have to be our own. Learn as many skills like accounts and finance, part of it, investment banking, investing, isn't it? These are all the, so whenever you have to study which line of activity you want to go, which line of activity you want to go. Study that. What are the, you can, if possible, you speak to those top persons in that area, and then get the information about the job information. Okay, because there are so many things to talk. There are the softwares in America because our students have gone and working there. Everything, once you are a, whatever the technology, every technology is based on your accounting work. And then now GST is a similarity because it's a true World Bank, it is introduced in so many countries. That's the reason it is there in a very many of the countries. Income tax has got taxation features. Our people are, working as American for American taxation. So that's a reason you can also, these are all the whatever the scales you have it, these are all in a similar, you have to learn full fledged way and then apply them in the jobs. That's the reason. And the next time we will also bring the top persons. We will explain you so many things. That's it. Can I? So now I will stop for a while. I wanted to hear from you. Please, can you? Anybody wants to talk? Open the mic and then can talk to me, please. Or you can put it in the chat box. Yes, please. If somebody, if they want to talk, or you can put your query in the chat box, I will answer. We'll have a interaction now because I've already taken. Is only 10 minutes time is there. We'll have interaction, please. Tell me, all of you. Yes. Hello. I'm not hearing from you. Everybody is there, please. Voice not received. Why, madam? Hello.
Hello, sir. Good
I'm
morning.
able to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me. Yeah.
Sir, if you want to do any job, means for doing any job, we need to struggle. We need to struggle so much. We need to put our efforts. Then we can get any jobs like that. No, sir.
Yeah, yeah, but the skill, if you want to go for a job, means first you should know that job nature. So do you have the skills? Have a self-assessment. Am I correct?
Yeah.
But they look for a basic qualification. Basic qualification is about if you have to go for accounts and finance information. I mean, the jobs like they say that do I possess that thing is the first requisite. And then what sort of experience do we have? Then the thing is that the next one is that if you have any special skills or they've required, have to convince isn't it? In some companies, they will only train you like you are. I'm talking about SAP end user course. If you have done your accounting, computers, everything, he will look into you. How good are you at in accounts, the balance sheets and everything. Then he says that it is a easy thing. Okay, you are we have that SAP software. I will train you for a week. It's only the transactions and the things like that. First, you have to study that nature of the job. What more skills they require? That will be the answer. Yes. Anyone? Please. In tax, what type of? You see, one thing is that because nowadays you are a GST practitioner. You see, one thing, all of you are all like you are, I'm talking BCom, MCom, MBA with finance. You are like a chartered accountant. Why I mean to say, you can get a certification in GST. GST registered practitioner. That's the reason you have got it. So you can be like a registered practitioner. You can charge. You can file the GST returns, and then accordingly you can take their accounts also. You tell me if the company is there monthly, they pay you one client. There is a small company, the transactions are few. Is my own friend's company. He's paying monthly 10,000 is only for the part time doing this GST and other things. Part time it says he won't come. Actually, they'll transfer on the data and the computer. He's doing it like that. They have been working and then they have been making good money. You who are like a professional, you can earn more. Yes, please. Any more? After this course completion, I'm able to. Yes, why not? Why not? We have we have been. You see, we have been. You can go for a GST practitioner, income tax practitioner. You are going for a. That's not a. You can go for that, and we are. Our course is meant for that totally. So many the GST association, GST practitioners association. These are all the seniors. They have addressed our students how to go for it, how to get the so updates and all. That's not at all a problem. You have got a very good feature. Income tax also, everything. It is a basic level to learn the things and go take up the careers. Housewives, they have got a 45 plus people also. Yeah, sir, in MS, do we have any certificate? MS means what is that MS? MS Office. No, I want to know what is that MS? Please explain it. Sir, it is a skill update for you. Those are all, everybody should know about the MS Office. Nowadays, if you go to any foreign country, also everybody is thorough with all this. This is a essential. Or if you are an executive or this thing, you should know how to do, have to type your own letters, have to send the communications. That's the reason. This is for any job part of it. It is a mostly it is required. Next, anybody, sir, after learning this certification, even after, yeah, you see, one thing is that MNC companies, part of it, what they are looking, they're only if you have the skills in accountancy, you are preferred for the you have an upper hand, definitely. But they are because the competition is more, but they look for is only the you have a basic qualification. They take it after that they will look into your skills as I mentioned it. Those are all important. Yes, other person what they have said was we choose learn SAP. See, one thing is that SAP end user course we do have, but that don't go for that directly. Don't now you do up to that practical accounting and then your tally with all the whatever tally ERP whatever we call in higher end or everything. After that, because it is also computerized, and then if you have a any company SAP person, they will see that your skills in a practical accounting and the computerized accounting. Then they will say that if they have a SAP also, they will give you the guidance and training. If we see that no sir, after this I wanted to do means say we have the training for that. That is it after this. But we don't want you to unnecessarily burden have it. Don't get confused. If you have this, you can comfortably work on SAP also. It's only the things with some code numbers and other heads of accounts, everything, Sunday data accounting is the same thing. That's the reason. Don't worry. We have everything for you. Okay. So now time is up. I'm very happy that 38, the participants have joined, and then I've given you chance to speak. Hope you have. So, have you enjoyed the session? Have you learned something? If you can say something along with,
Enjoyed, sir.
okay.
Enjoyed, sir.
So very good, all of you. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you have enjoyed it, I wanted you to respond, yes or no.
Yes, sir. We enjoyed.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Happy Sunday. I wish you all the best. IPA is always your guide. IPA is always your companion. I'm also asking you, actually, we have a Instagram. I've been putting my short videos on every day one, the, the question in accounts and finance. Are you watching? Please, Instagram part of it, you say that I'll give you so that you can watch our every day the short videos on accounting subject. Okay, thank you, thank you,
Thank you, sir.
all the best. So thank you, one and all. Good day. Thank you, thank you. Say
Thank you, sir.
all of you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Good day. All the best.